I did fall one time
Oh, when?
about 2 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't hear about that one. I wonder why. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Reading Your Comments with Seal the Deal. I'm Janelle.
Mike.
I edit the videos on this channel. I'm also his daughter, and he's kind of the star of the show. He's the one that is in all the videos, seal coats, all that fun stuff. Today, we're going to be reading your comments, asking about like what materials we use, what type of brushes, squeegees, paint, seal coat, all that fun stuff. So we're just going to kind of jump right into it.
All right, let's do this.
So we're going to talk about seal coat first, and then we're going to go on to driveway prep materials, crack fill materials, and then striping materials. So the first question we have is, what brand of coating, if you don't mind me asking? This would be perfect for what I'm doing here in Miami.
Well, I use a product made by Sealmaster, and they are in Fort Lauderdale, I believe. It's called PMM.
We actually just went there a few days ago, so I'll put a clip of that and stuff in. And there's a cute dog there named Loki, who's the hardest worker. I have a cute clip of him riding was it a forklift? I can't remember what
Yes, it was.
it was. That's where we get all of our crack fill and seal coat. The next is, what kind of sealer do you use, and is it water based?
It is water-based material. It's PMM, an asphalt-based water emulsion sealer.
And again, he gets that at Sealmaster. We've gotten a lot of comments specifically about the tiny brush that you use, asking what kind of brush it is for cutting in, and also specifically if it's a horsehair brush.
I believe it is horsehair. It's a roofing brush. I buy it from Home Depot. Give them a round of applause.
Someone said, what size brooms do you use?
The smaller brush is, I've never measured it. I think it's an 8-inch brush. The other brushes that I use for driveway and the squeegee are both 36-inch.
The next comment was, I have seen you spray, brush, and squeegee the seal coat. Is there one way that's better than the other depending on the surface?
Yeah, that is, wow, how can I say this? My choice, I guess. Now, newer driveways, if it's a newer driveway and it's not too big of a driveway, I would prefer brushing it because it fills in all this, say, like nooks and cranny, like your Thomas's English muffin, and the butter will fill it in. That's what the seal coat will do on the driveways on the first coat. Then I will spray the next coat. What else?
Someone just said whole ass spray rig, bro.
What do you mean?
I don't know. That's just what he said. So, I mean, you have a spray rig with like hose on it so that you can spray seal coat.
Obviously.
And it's like a tank, and he fills it at Sealmaster with seal coat, and it just goes through the hose.
It's an air diaphragm. It pumps the material from the tank through the hose, and I have a spray wand with the spray tip. They come in different sizes. I use a 40 quarter-inch. I think they go up to from 30 up to 70. Just like the 40, it's a pretty good spray. I think a 5-foot spray does a good job.
What are you doing with your arm?
Just holding it over there.
Oh. Someone said, why not just cut it in with a brush like you should?
We do cut it in with a brush.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean when I use a cut board?
Yeah.
Because, okay, if you cut it in with a brush and then you spray, where you cut in with the brush is going to be thicker, and you will be able to see the difference when it dries of where the cut in was made versus the spray. So if you use the cut board and go along the curb, then when it dries, it'll all be a nice even dry.
So if you're spraying, one of the materials you might need is a cut board. And then specifically, someone was talking about like the hop yard driveways, which for our audience is kind of like smaller driveways.
Hop yard is a subdivision down the road from us.
Yeah. And someone said, what are you using for the mats? We use a tarp and it's a pain in the ass. Please make my life easier by telling me. And that's because the driveway has like a section of concrete before it, so we use the mats to not get seal coat on it. So he was asking what type of mats you use.
Oh, I have the last one I used, I just had an old leftover moving rug, carpet, whatever you want to call it, blanket. And but the other one, the green ones, I just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a piece of indoor-outdoor carpet.
We're going to move on to driveway prep questions. The first question was, is it necessary to thoroughly clean and dry the driveway of all dirt, weeds before sealing?
It would be a good idea to do that. I mean, not every situation lets you do that, but if you could spray your driveway down with the hose, and definitely we get the weeds out of the cracks before we fill them, trim the driveway, we blow it off with the leaf blower, and then we seal coat it. It doesn't necessarily need to be completely dry.
They said, is the customer responsible for this?
No.
And then sometimes you might have to clean oil stains off your driveway. And I think we use Prep Seal to help with that.
We clean them with the wire brush. If they're really bad, you're supposed to take a torch to them just to burn the excess off. These are like really heavy spots, which you don't usually find in a driveway. But we will wire brush it, blow it off, and put a Prep Seal down to keep it from bleeding back through the seal coat.
Okay, so next we're going to go on to the crack fill questions. First, we're going to talk about the machine he uses. What type of machine do you use for crack filling? Because someone said, I'm looking to buy one of those, but I'm not sure. Does it work good? Do you like it? And then someone else said, that looks like it was your first piece of equipment. How do you load and unload the beast every time?
It wasn't my first piece, but close. It's a 30-gallon. We call it a melter pot. You put a block of crack fill in there, and you put the torch into it and melts it down to a liquid at 400 degrees. And it is pretty heavy. And I use wooden ramps to put it up on my truck. What?
I think he's gonna fall every time he does it. He has 2 wooden planks that go to the bed of his truck, and he like runs up them. It's scary.
I did fall one time.
Oh, when?
About 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah,
we didn't hear about that one. I wonder why. Lastly, we're going to go on to some striping questions. Well, actually, we only have one question that I found. So beautiful. Do you line paint as well? And he does.
We just go online to buy the stencils. I don't know the specific name of the company. The paint, go with Seal Master again, or Sherwin-Williams.
What a surprise.
Well, I use their products because they're the best.
And then we also use rollers sometimes. Oh, we have a striping machine. What type of machine is that?
So yeah, 3400 Graco laser line painter.
And then, yeah, sometimes we use rollers too for some of the things. But, I mean, you can just get those at like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. And then tape. That's about it.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching this episode of Reading Your Comments. Tune in next week for the next episode of Reading Your Comments, where we're going to read your comments about overspray, and then we're going to answer about how we go about cleaning all of that off the concrete or other surfaces.
Thank you for joining us. And remember, if you don't use Seal the Deal asphalt maintenance, it's your own asphalt.
Bye.